What is a perfect square? A perfect square is a quadratic expression that can be factorized in the form ax plus b into ax plus b or ax plus b into bracket squared. That is what we mean by a perfect square. In simple words, these are quadratic expressions that you can express into two brackets with identical elements. For example, if the first bracket has got x plus 2, then the other bracket will also have x plus 2. You realize that this bracket and this other one, they are the same. So if you factorize a quadratic expression and you end up with something alike to this, that is what we call a perfect square. We are not only saying that we must have plus in between the numbers. Even such other quadratic expressions, for example, x minus 2 into x minus 2, this is also a perfect square. We gave example of x plus 2 into x plus 2. Let us expand this and then see what we're going to end up with, which kind of quadratic expression is going to be this. So we shall have x into x plus 2, x into x plus 2, and then plus 2 into x plus 2. Let us open bracket here. We shall have x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. This one end up with a quadratic expression which is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Now this one is a perfect square. Another example of a perfect square is this, x squared plus 12x plus 36. Let us try to factorize this and see whether we are going to have that it is going to factorize into brackets of the same element. So we have that in this case, we need to know the product, we need to know the sum, and then the factors. The product in this case is 1 times 36, which is 36. The sum is this, positive 12. So we are looking for two numbers such that when you multiply them, you get 6. If you add them, you get 12. And the two numbers in this case are 6 and 6. Then we know how we deal with these numbers here, the factors. These factors are what we're going to use to substitute the middle part, the sum part. So we now shall have x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 36. And then we are going to group them into pairs. So we shall have in the first bracket what is common, x. So it will be x into x plus 6. The other bracket will also have x plus 6. Then what is common in between 6x and 36? It is positive 6. Then we pick the components which are outside the bracket. It is x plus 6. And then this bracket and this one are the same, so pick one of them and bring it here, x plus 6. So you can see that if we factorize x squared plus 12x plus 36, we end up with x plus 6 into x plus 6, meaning x squared plus 12x plus 36 is a perfect square. That is a good example of a perfect square. If you try to factorize it, you end up with values in bracket which are identical, like in this case, x plus 6 into x plus 6. And we say that this one can still be written as x plus 6 raised to power 2. This is a perfect square. Let us do more examples for better understanding. Verify whether or not the following are perfect square. Now, how do you verify whether a quadratic expression is a perfect square? Quadratic expression like this one, x squared plus 12x plus 36, the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, in this one, our a is 1, our b is 12, and c is 36. In any perfect square, then this is the rule to verify whether the quadratic expression is a perfect square or not. The rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. But this is the rule that for any perfect square, 4ac should be equal to b squared. Now the same rule can be written as b over 2 squared is equal to ac. And how is this realized? If you divide this by 4 and divide this by 4, you end up with ac to be equal to b squared over 4. And 4 can be written as 2 squared. So you see that the square is a common on both numerator and denominator. So mean that we can have b over 2 and then we square everything once. So that's how AC is now going to be equal to b over 2 squared. Let us now confirm whether or not x squared plus 12x plus 36 is a perfect square. The verification rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. Now we are going to take 4, we multiply by a, which is 1, then multiply that by c, which is 36. It should be equal to b in this case b is 12, and then square. Let's see whether that is true, that if you take 4 times 1, which is 4, so 4 times 1 is 4 times 36, we end up, so this side is 144 is equal to 12 squared is 144, and the rule is correctly verified. Now you say that it is perfect square if the left side is equivalent to the right side. Let us do now the example that we have here. X squared plus 8x plus 8. Is this a perfect quadratic expression? Is this a perfect square or not? So let us see. The rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. A is 1, b is 8, and c is 8. So therefore 4 by 1 by 8 should be equal to b 8 squared. 4 by 1 is 4. 4 by 8 is 32. Is 32 equal to 64? They are not equal, and therefore that means that x squared plus 8x plus 8 is not a perfect square. I hope that one is well understood. Therefore, what about the next question? Part B, 16x squared plus 8x plus 1. Is this a perfect square or not? Let's verify. The rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. A is 16, b is 8, c is 1. So therefore 4 times 16 by 1 is equal to 8 squared. So therefore we shall have 4 by 16. And what is the value of 4 times 16? We get 64. By 1 is 64. Is it equal to 8 squared? 8 squared is also 64, and that is true. So that means that 16x squared plus 8x plus 1 is a perfect square. I hope by now you are able to follow through what is happening. You are able to follow through what is happening here. So therefore, let us look at the next question here. Y squared plus 8xy plus 16x squared. So therefore, we can say that A is 1, B is 8, C is 16. All the other way around. In this case, B will still remain to be equal to 8, whether if you decide now to take 16 to be A, 8 will be B, and C will be 1, and we still get the same answer. Now, the rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. So therefore, 4 by 1 by 16 should be equal to 8 squared. This is equal to 64 is equal to 64. And therefore, y squared plus 8xy plus 16x squared is a perfect square. Correct. Now, I want to believe that you now understand how to work out perfect squares. Therefore, this question D, I want you to try out and tell me in the comment whether 25x squared minus 30x plus 9 is a perfect square or not. Allow me to move to the next part. Here, we're told, given that 16x squared plus 3x plus 3 in bracket plus 36 is a perfect square, find the value of k. Now, the question about perfect square cannot be set just as direct as what we have been doing only. Now, the common testing in an exam is where you are given a quadratic expression with an unknown different from the required term, maybe x or y. And then we are told to find the unknown. Like in this case, we are told that 16x squared plus bracket 3k plus 3 plus 36 is a perfect square. I think there is something missing in this. It should be 3k plus 3x, then plus 36 is a perfect square. So in this case, you need to know the correct format of a quadratic expression. The correct format of a quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, if you look at this quadratic equation, we have a, our a is 16. We have b is 3k plus 3. And then we have c is 36. So now, we are going to use that formula, that rule for perfect squares. That is what we're going to use to be able to find the missing number k. So therefore, we are going to have that 4ac is equal to b squared. That is going to be 4 into a is 16, and then c is 36, is equal to b squared, and our b is 3k plus 3 squared. So we want to know what is the value of k. That is the assignment. Find the value of k. So we start from working out 4 times 16 times 36. What is 4 times 16 times 36? This one gives us 2308. It should give us 2308 is equal to 3k plus 3 squared. So therefore, find the square root on each side, and then we shall now be having that 3k plus 3 is equal to square root of 2308 is it should be 2304, sorry, 2304. That was the correct multiplication. The square root of that is 48. Now we want to find the value of k. This is our b, and that is what is equivalent to 48. So we shall now have 3k plus 3 is equal to 48. 3k is going to be 48 minus 3. So therefore 3k is equal to 45. To get k, divide both sides by 3. So therefore k alone is equal to 15. 45 divided by 3, that one gives you 15. The next question. Given that 9x squared minus 12x plus k is a perfect square, find the value of k. So in this case, again, recall the rule for perfect squares. The rule is 4ac is equal to b squared. So therefore, in this case, you need to understand what do we have and what do we lack. This is a, 9 is a, b is negative 12, and c is k. So we are not having c. So just replace in the formula whatever you have and find what is lacking. So we shall now have that 4 times a is 9, times c is k, should be equal to b, and b is negative 12, put in bracket, and then you square that. So work it out. 4 times 9 is 36 by k is 36k is equal to negative 12 squared is 144. So therefore, divide both sides by 36. So k alone is 144 divided by 36. 144 divided by 36, and this one gives you 4. So therefore k is equal to 4. As simple as that. So let me do the last question here, and then the remaining 2 you will be able to do alone. Question number 5. Find the value of k for which 4x squared plus 12x plus k plus a quarter is a perfect square. So that is it. You need to know what do you have and what do you lack. In this case, A is 4, B is 12, C is k plus a quarter. But the rule was 4AC is equal to B squared. So therefore, replace whatever you have. It will be 4 by A, and A is 4, by C, C is k plus a quarter, should be equal to B squared, and B is 12 squared. 4 by 4 is 16. So we shall now have 16 into k plus a quarter is equal to 144. So we can start by dividing both sides by 16, so that we remain with k plus 1 over 4 to be equal to this other side, 144 divided by 16. That one gives us 9. 144 divided by 16, it gives us 9. Correct. So to get k is therefore equal to 9 minus a quarter. That means 8 and 3/4. So therefore, k is 8 and 3/4, or 8.75. That's the value of k. Correct. Let me just do this question 6, then you will work on question 7 on your own. Question 6. Find the value of m if 4x squared plus 17x plus 3 plus m is a perfect square. Now in this case, our A is 4, B is 17, C is 3 plus m. 3 plus m. 3 plus m. So now, remember the rule was 4AC is equal to B squared. Substitute what you have. It is going to be 4 by A, which is 4, by C, and C is 3 plus m, is equal to B, and B is 17 squared. 4 by 4 is 16 into 3 plus m should be equal to, let us work the value of 17 squared. 17 squared is equivalent to 289. So this one is going to be equal to 289. Divide each side by 16. So 3 plus m is equal to 289 divided by 16. 289 divided by 16. And that one gives us 18.0625. To get m, collect like terms. So m is going to be 18.0625 minus 3, which is equal to 15.0625. So actually, that is what becomes the value of m. So our m is 15.0625. Correct. So now, question number 7 is yours to work out and give the comments, and give your answer in the comment. Find the value of k such that 3x squared plus 5x plus k is a perfect square. I'm going to believe that we have understood the concept about perfect squares. Goodbye. Let's meet later.